Welcome on in. My name is Kenzie with Gypsy Yoga by Kenzie. Today we are doing a beautiful sequence of self-love and self-awareness, finding your inner peace and calmness. Let's get started. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started in Sukhasana, an easy seated position. Cross-legged, you can sit up on a blanket if you want to. Forward tilting of the pelvis, lifting your chest, rolling your shoulders back. Turning your gaze to the ground or closing your eyes completely. And start to get a very steady breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Really filling up your belly with air like a balloon and fully emptying your belly of all of that air. You can put your hands on your stomach to fill your stomach fill with that air. And if you are familiar with Ujjayi breath, you can begin that. Today, I would like you to set an intention for your practice for the rest of your day. You can set any intention that you want, but I would like you to focus on self-awareness, self-love, and your inner feelings, that inner sensation. So as we go through the practice today, just focus on your breath, inhaling and exhaling, feeling the sensation as you inhale and as you exhale in each pose. And being really aware of how you feel and just loving yourself. Inhaling your arms up above your head. Exhaling them down to your right side, right hand on the ground, left arm above your head for a deep side body stretch. Keeping your sitting bones grounded to the floor. You can bend forward, getting a deeper side body in the back stretch. You can even lean backwards and open your chest up. Lean forward. Open. Inhaling, come back to center. Hands above head, exhale down to the other side, left hand on ground, right arm above head. Same thing, you can lean forward, stay in the center, or open your chest to the back. I love side body stretches, they are so lovely. Inhaling back to center. Taking your feet together, knees out to the side for Baddha Konasana. You can remove the blanket or keep it if you want. Just letting your feet fall open like an open book. Grab your toes. Inhale your chest up. On your exhale, slowly fold down. Inhale, lift your chest. On your next exhale, deepen into that forward fold. You can even use your elbows to press against your knees or your calves. Also, if you need support, take blankets or blocks underneath your knees. It's a really lovely support if you put blocks under your knees here. Inhale. On your exhale, slowly come back up. Keeping the Baddha Konasana pose, inhale your arms up. On your exhale, twist your upper body and lay your hands down for an upper body twist. Left hand to right knee, and your right hand goes behind you. Inhale, lift your chest. On your exhale, look behind you and twist. Kind of pushing that knee down, but making sure your sitting bones are still on the ground. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, untwist. Inhale your arms up and twist to the other side. Right hand on left knee, left hand behind you, pushing your knee down. You can continue with the blocks under your knees for support. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, look behind you and deepen into that twist. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, untwist. Straighten your legs out for Dandasana, staff pose. Sitting on your blanket if you need to, or wrapping a blanket up underneath your knees for support. Having that forward tilt of the pelvis, dorsey feet, toes, flexing your toes, strong legs. You can also have them bent if you need to, keeping your toes flexed. Put your hands behind you on the floor, and your wrists are like this at a 90-degree angle. So behind you on the floor, rolling your shoulders back, lifting your chest, legs are strong, really opening your heart to the sky. One breath here. Beautiful. Inhale your hands above your head. Exhale, forward fold, keeping your chest lifted, coming as far as you can go. Whether you touch your toes or not, go as far as your body will let you, being self-aware of where your body limits. Don't push yourself too hard. Inhale, lift your chest, and exhale, deepen into that forward fold wherever you are at. Inhale, slowly roll back up one vertebrae at a time. Flipping over onto our knees, removing the blanket, or you can keep it there. Going into Vajrasana, lightning pose. I like to go into this pose using a block. If you don't want to use a block, place your knees together, feet together, sit back on your heels. So your heels will go right on your sitting bones. Having that slight forward tilt, lifting of the chest, Vajrasana. I like to use a block, so I go ahead, spread my feet apart, keeping my knees together. I put the block right underneath my butt and just sit on it, hugging the block with my feet. This is a lot more comfortable and easier on my knees. You can also put a blanket under your knees and ankles if that feels more comfortable. Inhaling your arms up. Exhale, kind of a forward fold here, sort of like child's pose, but not quite. Forehead to the mat if possible. Inhale, slowly roll back up, and as you come back up, sweep your hands behind you, opening your chest to the sky. Big breath here. That feels so good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, sort of like that modified child's pose, forehead to the mat. Inhale, slide back up, hands to the mat, sliding them to the back, lifting your chest to the air, opening your heart. Doesn't that feel great? Go ahead and remove the block if you have it underneath you. Putting your feet together, spreading your knees wide, sitting back into child's pose. Forehead to the mat. Shake your head no, rolling your forehead on the mat if that is accessible. Stretching your arms out wide. As you inhale, try and push your breath to your back body, inflating your back ribs. I really love the sensation it gives when I do that to my back. And fully exhaling your breath. Inhale, come up to a tabletop position, hands directly beneath your shoulders, knees directly beneath your hips, hip width distance apart. Tucking your toes for a little toe stretch here. On your inhale, tuck your chin to your chest, pull your stomach to the sky, tuck your tailbone in for a cat. Exhale, forward tilt the pelvis, push your stomach to the ground, lift your chest and chin to the sky for cow. You can go at your own pace here, do about 3 more of each. Really opening your chest and your shoulders. Warming up your spine. You can also come back to a neutral tabletop and do some natural movement. Wag your tail, really stretching out that side body. That's my favorite thing to do. You can do circles. Just being aware of how this feels. Making it feel real good. Make your way onto your stomach. So make your way to your stomach. Placing your elbows directly beneath your shoulders at a 90-degree angle. Fingers are spread wide. Lifting your right leg, pulling it back. Lifting your left leg, pulling it back. Elongating your spine. Pressing the tops of your feet to the floor, lifting your collarbones up, pressing into the mat with your elbows, and almost as if you're pulling the mat with your hands to the tops of your feet, pull it, lifting those collarbones higher for a Sphinx pose. 2 breaths here. Getting a slight back bend, opening your heart. Being aware of your back. Inhale, exhale, go ahead and release, placing your hands back underneath your shoulders, tucking your toes, pressing back into a tabletop position. Taking your left hand, placing it into the center of the mat. Inhale your right arm up into the sky above your head for a slight twist here in tabletop position. Exhaling back down to the mat, switching your palms, lifting your left hand up into the air above your head, having a slight twist in tabletop and opening your chest. Exhale back down to the mat. Go ahead and move your hands about 1 inch in front of you, about 1 inch in front of your shoulders. Tuck your toes and press into the mat with your toes and hands, hovering your knees above the ground. Inhale, push your hips high in the air, sending them to the back of the mat, pushing the mat away from you with your hands, externally rotating your shoulder blades for a warm-up down dog, pedaling your feet. Keeping your knees deeply bent here if you need. Pedaling your feet, warming up your legs, your arms. Inhale, look at your hands, and slowly come up on your tippy toes and walk gently to the front of your mat for a forward fold. Knees are bent here, hanging, grabbing opposite elbows, ragdoll, swinging slightly back and forth. Shaking your head no, nodding it yes. Inhale your hands to your shins for a half lift. Lengthening your spine through the crown of your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll back up to the top, 1 vertebrae at a time. hands above your head, touching at the top. Exhaling your hands back down in front of your heart in prayer. Taking a minute here, loosening up your body, finding your mountain pose, balancing between the four corners of your feet, pulling up through your legs, pulling your bandhas, your core, tucking your lower ribs in. Don't let them flare out. Rolling your shoulders back, hands at your heart. Take a deep breath in and let it out. One more deep breath in. Let it out. Take a second here and just notice how you feel. The sensations in your body. Do some neck rolls. One side to the other a couple times. Slowly. All right, come back to center, inhaling your arms up. On your exhale, sit back into chair position. So push your hips to the back of the mat, bending your knees, putting all of your weight into your heels. Try and lift your toes above the ground. So putting all your weight into your heels here. Inhaling your arms behind your back, interlacing them and pushing away from you, lifting your collarbones into the air for a nice open heart. One more breath here. Beautiful. Exhale, come back down for a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Lengthen your spine through the crown of your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step it back for plank position. Pressing the mat away from you with your palms, broadening your shoulder blades, pushing back through your heels. Inhale, roll forward on your toes, dropping your knees, lowering your chest, bending at your elbows, keeping them at your rib cage. Exhale, push it up into cobra or up dog. Lifting your chest and your collarbones, shoulders are down. Exhale, tuck your toes, push it back, down dog. 2 breaths here in down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg, keeping your hands and your arms right where they are. Exhale, tuck your knee into your nose, dropping your foot in between your hands. Go ahead, drop your back knee, untuck your back toes, taking your blocks beside your front foot if you need it, lifting your collarbones, straightening your spine. Beautiful. Placing your left hand grounded on the floor next to your right foot. Go ahead and lift your right arm into the air, squeezing your right knee to your chest for a low lunge twist. Really opening your chest to the sky, almost as if you're pressing against a wall behind you. Beautiful. Exhale, come back down. One more press into this low lunge, lifting your chest into the sky, light on your fingertips, sitting deeper into your left hip if you need to. Beautiful. Go ahead, plant your hands on the floor, tuck your back foot, exhale into plank position. Inhale, roll forward on your toes. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows at rib cage. Push up cobra or up dog. Shoulders are down, collarbones are lifted. Exhale, tuck your toes, push back into down dog. 2 breaths here in down dog. Beautiful. Keeping your right foot on the floor, inhaling your left leg up above you for a 3-legged down dog. Exhaling, bending your knee to nose, dropping your foot in between your hands. Place your right knee on the floor, untuck your right foot. for a low lunge, pushing into the floor, light on your fingertips, lifting your chest into the air. Plant your right hand on the floor. Inhale your left arm up above you, almost as if you're pressing against a wall behind you, opening your chest to the sky and squeezing your left knee into your chest. Exhale, come back down and frame your foot. Light on your fingertips one more time, pressing into this low lunge, lifting your chest into the air. Exhale, plant your hands to the ground, tuck your right foot, and push back into plank position. Inhale, roll forward on your toes. Exhale, slowly bending at your elbows, chaturanga, keeping your elbows at your rib cage. Exhale, push up, cobra or up dog. Tuck your toes, push back into down dog. Inhale, look at your hands. Walk, step, or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Hands go on shins, lengthening your spine through the crown of your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stepping your right leg back, planting your foot flat on the ground, cartwheeling your hands up into a warrior two position. Hips are open to the long end of the mat. Left knee directly over left ankle. Right leg is strong, pressing into the mat. Pulling up through your core. Hands into a T. Shoulders are down. Inhale, straighten your front leg, keeping your hips and legs as strong and in the same spot as they are. Reach with your hands to the front of the room and go ahead and drop it, taking your block if you're needing it, putting it beside your foot or placing your hand on your shin or on the floor. Opening your right arm up above you for triangle pose, almost as if you are pressing against a wall behind you. Shoulders are stacked, chest is open. Feel the sensations here in triangle pose. This is my favorite pose. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame your foot, pushing back into plank position. Inhale, roll forward on your toes. Exhale, chaturanga, keeping your elbows at your rib cage, nose to the ground. Pushing up into cobra. Our up dog, pressing the tops of your feet into the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes, push back, down dog. One more breath here in down dog. Inhale, look forward at your fingers. Walk, step, or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins, lengthening your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stepping your left foot back, planting it flat on the floor at a slight angle, cartwheeling your hands up into a warrior two position, and your hips are open to the left long end of the mat. Right knee directly over right ankle. Your left leg is strong, pressing into the mat. Hands to a T, shoulders are down, pulling up through your core. Inhale, straightening your front leg, keeping your legs as strong as possible, hips exactly in the same spot. Reach towards the front of the room, reach, and go ahead and just drop your hands down to your shin, your ankle, the floor, or the block, reaching your left hand up into the air. Strong legs pressing into the mat. Finding your balance, paying attention to your body. No bent knees. Inhale, look at the floor and cartwheel your hands down to frame your foot, pushing it back into plank position. Inhale, roll forward on your toes. Exhale, slowly lower down for chaturanga. Push up into cobra or up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, push back into your last down dog of the practice. 3 breaths here in this beautiful down dog. One more. Inhale, look at your hands. Walk, step, or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, and slowly go on your tippy toes and start bending your knees and placing your hips to your bottom. Placing your bottom to your heels, dropping it back for a seated position into Baddha Konasana. Feet together, knees are spread wide, chest is lifted. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, slowly bend forward at the hips. Going as far as you can go, listening to your body. You may notice, though, that you are farther down than you were the first time in Baddha Konasana. Inhale, slowly roll back up. And make your way onto your back. Give yourself one big stretch, hands above head. Stretching wide, stretching your legs out long. Inhale your right knee to your chest. Give yourself a big hug with that right knee. Tug it to your right armpit. Bring your left knee up to meet it. One big hug here. Exhaling your right leg back down and hugging your left knee into your left armpit. Bring both knees to your chest. Hug yourself tight and rock back and forth for a slight back massage. Keeping your knees right where they are at a 90-degree angle, hands go in a T. Go ahead and twist your knees to the right at your stomach, keeping your shoulders on the floor. If you need to place a blanket or a block under your knees, go ahead. And turn your gaze to the left side to deepen that side body stretch in your spine. Inhale your legs back up to center and exhale them down to the other side. This is a supine twist. And turn your gaze to the right side. Inhale your knees back up to center. Give yourself one last big hug. And go ahead and find your final resting position, whether it be Supta Baddha Konasana or just laying flat on the ground, letting your legs spread out, your palms facing up, shoulders are on the floor, letting your whole body get heavy here. Still concentrating on your breath. Don't let it go just yet. Feeling that sensation in your body, that calmness, the love you have for yourself, your open-heartedness. Do you feel an inner peace? I want you to take what you found today in yourself, that inner peace, that love, and I want you to open your heart to spreading it to people around you. It's always such a wonderful thing to do. And you can't really spread love to people around you if you don't have love for yourself. So I really want you to focus on your inner feelings, finding love for yourself. You did it. You can do it. Maybe whisper to yourself, I can do it. Whatever it is, you can do it. Nothing is holding you back. Go ahead and start bringing movement back into your fingers and your toes, making your way into the fetal position on either side. Using your arm as a headrest, giving yourself one last deep breath, pushing that breath to the back body. On your next inhale, trying to use only the muscles in your arms, gently come back up to a seated position, a comfortable seated position. Placing your hands at your heart in prayer position. What a joy it was to have you here today. I hope that you found some inner calmness and peace. And I challenge you to spread that inner calmness and peace to people around you throughout the week. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys have found some inner peace and calmness. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you'd like to see more beautiful sequences like this. Also, go to my alignment-based series and you can see all kinds of poses like down dog, Tadasana, and others really explained thoroughly on how to get into them properly with correct alignment so you don't injure yourself. I will also post those weekly as well, so make sure to subscribe to see more. And if you want to see where we'll be next, make sure to subscribe to our travel channel. With my husband, we full-time RV travel around the US, and it's a lot of fun. So if you want to see how RV life is, make sure to subscribe to that channel as well. The link will be below in the description. Also, keeping up with me, if you want to see where I'll be and where my yoga is going, make sure to like and follow my Facebook page. See you guys next time. Have a good day.